everybody, Rob Endsley here from the Outdoor Line. We just finished up our show for, what's today, September 7th. We got John Martinis here from John Sporting Goods in Everett. You know what, it's been all about the pink salmon here for the last 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. But you know what's happening in the Puget Sound right now? The Coho are coming in really good numbers. And some of the guys are asking, how do I go out there and catch a Coho? So John brought in his go-to setup for catching cohos in the Puget Sound right now, and I tell you what, fishing's been really good. It sounded like it was a little slow this morning, but boy, the reports so far this last week have been spectacular. So why don't you run us through this this setup here, John, and maybe you can show folks how to catch some of these fish in the Sound.
Okay, Rob. There's a lot of tackle that works good, but if you got to go pick up a setup, one setup that's going to be your go-to rig for Puget Sound is going to be a Gibbs UV flasher. You notice that this big plate right here, this is all UV, it's got a lot of flash to it, and what I got it rigged up with is a UV squid. It looks a little whitish here in the studio, but this will glow purple from the UV light out in the salt water, and inside this squid is an ace high fly UV insert.
Oh, yeah.
See that? And that's reflecting a lot of sunlight. And so that's going to be right up inside the squid. And what you're going to want to do is, before you put this in the water, you're going to put a herring strip on this front hook. You're going to salt herring strips the night before. You're going to put a herring strip on this front hook, and now you're ready to put this in the water. Now let's back up just a little bit, because people are going to wonder what leader length is. This is 36 inches of 30-pound leader. And no, 30 pound is not excessive. That's what you need to get through a strike from anywhere a 12 to 15-pound coho.
And one thing I want to ask you, a lot of times you want to run leader that's 40, 50, maybe even 60-pound test. How come you're dropping your pound test leader down here a little bit for these cohos?
Well, I think you can drop down your leader size, especially this fluorocarbon. You can see that this fluorocarbon is really stiff, and so this is going to give this rig a lot. It's going to be moving it around pretty rapidly, and you're trolling 3 to 3.5 miles an hour. And this stuff's moving pretty fast through the water. So
now with this Gibbs flasher, do you want to run another bead chain or something right above it? Do you want to? Is it going to cause any line twist or anything, or are you just going to tie your main line right onto the top of that and troll 3.5 miles an hour?
This is going to be one of the best tips that I ever give anglers. When you buy swivels, only buy American-made sample ball bearing swivels. You'd use an X3 CV swivel, and you snap it right to here. They're the only swivels made that will keep line twists out of your line.
There you go. There's your go-to setup for catching cohos in the Puget Sound. Tell you what, this week there's going to be more cohos coming in. We've had reports almost every day this past week of cohos in the 13, 14-pound range. The Edmonds Coho Derby is going on right now. We're predicting a coho of 17, 18 pounds to win that today. There's going to be some big fish out there, so go hit it this week. And if you do get some fish, post those photos up on the OutdoorLine.com forums. We want to know about it.
Fish at 80 feet deep is the tip of the week.
There you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.